do it all again,
Hello, everybody. This is your boy bringing you some update of what have just
really
occurred a few minutes ago, or might have occurred sometime during today. If you guys have not heard, new to Eagles wide receiver Devontae Parker has decided to call it a career in the National Football League. This is a guy that had played with the Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots, and was signed on a one-year basis to the Philadelphia Eagles, who was supposed to wind up being somewhat of a component for the Eagles offense this year. This guy played 9 years in the NFL, was a first-round draft pick out of the University of Louisville, I think 2015 or 16, somewhere longer than there. This guy also played with Lamar Jackson with the Baltimore Ravens. He played with him for quite some time, but like Jackson, this guy also was a first round pick as well. Two different. I think he was drafted before Jackson, I believe. But his overall career statistics, like I said, he played a certain amount of years with the Miami Dolphins before being traded to the New England Patriots this season and season before. Season before and season after that. He has 402 receptions for 5,660 yards, 27 touchdowns in a 9-year career in the NFL, which is not bad. He had never had a Pro Bowl honor. I'm not exactly sure why. But for him to have 5,000 yards, it only means that I think he only had 1,000 yard seasons in his career. He had never had a Pro Bowl or never had been an All Pro, first team or second team. He never had none of those. Those are just statistics right there. So, but for him to call it a career this season, or he could have waited later, or he could have waited after the season, but maybe he just decided to call it a career because he probably know that he wasn't going to have a roster spot when the training camps begin. This guy, he's not as fast as he used to be, or he wasn't fast as he used to be. I think he lost a step back here 3 or 4 years back. I think he also had a career, a season-ending injury as well along the way. He might have had a few along the way, and he never been the same since. He only had, I think he had a 300 some yards receiving the year before, and then this past season just passed, I think he had like 500 yards receiving that with the New. He had both of those with the New England Patriots. But the Patriots cut him this offseason, and the Eagles signed him to a 1-year contract, like what you see below you there. He signed a 1-year deal this offseason. Like I said, reason why he probably decided to call it a career because he knew that he wouldn't have no roster spot with all the young receivers that we got on the roster. We have recently drafted 2 wide receivers in this year's draft. But now, since he's now retiring, that leaves space for the Eagles, I think, 6th-round draft pick wide receiver. I think the boy that who's 6'5", 240-pound receiver. It makes space. It makes room for him now, cause there was word if the Eagles were going to release him and put him on the practice squad. Now he's going to get some looks in training camp because Devontae Parker decided to call it a career. Decided to call it a career from the NFL. He never played a single down in the NFL. Single down with the Philadelphia Eagles he was going to, or he was going to be released. It all depends on how the Eagles were going to look at things and for the wide receiver formation concerns. But like I said, we got AJ Brown, we got Devonta Smith, then you got they signed a wide. I think they signed a wide receiver off the free agency market, and they also drafted 2. So the Eagles got about 5 wide receivers on their roster, including the one they signed free agency, and the one they also, and the 2 that they just signed to new deals this off season. And I think the Eagles also have a wide receiver that come in as a rookie free agent. So the Eagles gonna have up to 6, 7, or 8 wide receivers on this roster. Not talking about the Devontae and AJ, because those are your 1 and 2 stars right there. The Eagles gonna need a third wide receiver, and they probably gonna need a couple more to play on the on what they call it, the practice squad, but what they call special teams. They probably gonna need them to. They probably need 2 guys for special teams. But I think that Johnson boy is gonna make the roster because this guy decided to call it a career. But I'm not mad, not upset about it. I'm quite sure he's not. I wish him the best on his future endeavors. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of us were waiting to see what he was going to do in training camp. But now, since he had to call it a career, like I said earlier in the video, he probably decided he knew that he wasn't going to have no roster spot if the 2 wide receivers they drafted in this draft was going to make this roster, because there was a good chance he wasn't going to make it, more than likely. So, and if the Eagles had cut him out of training camp, he wasn't going to, and no team wasn't going to pick him up. So I think he did himself the honors of calling it a career. Like I said, he had 5,000 yards receiving during his NFL career. I think he owned 2 or 3 1,000-yard receivers. He never had a Pro Bowl, never had an All-Pro or second All-Pro honors. None of that. And I think he had an injured riddle career somewhere between his rookie year going into the Patriots and the Eagles signed him as a free agent this offseason. So a lot to be said about this guy. Like I said, he had a great career. He really has. This is a guy who would beat the Eagles a whole lot when he was the Miami Dolphins. If you guys can go back at 2000, I think 17 or 18, somewhere along up in there, when Doug Peterson was the coach, when the Eagles went to Miami, the Eagles were favored to beat the Miami Dolphins. But the Dolphins beat our Bucks single-handedly. And this guy was the guy who beat our Bucks single-handedly. He had like 100-something receiving yards on the Philadelphia. I think he had like close to 200 yards receiving, I believe, in that game, because the Eagles secondary was shot. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the memory that I can think of as far as what he done against the Eagles. But helping the Eagles this year probably wasn't gonna he probably wasn't gonna make it. He probably was not. So with him retiring, he saved the Eagles a roster spot. The Eagles might bring in a guy off the free agency market. They might bring one in, or they might just keep the guys that they have on their roster. And with him retiring, it also puts money back into the Eagles salary cap situation, because the Eagles had $27 million in salary cap space. Now with him retiring, the Eagles might have close to 28 or 29 million in salary cap now. Close to 30 with this guy, with him now retiring. So with that being said, this is your boy, the Almighty Green Talents, giving you the news that Devontae Parker, former Miami Dolphins, former New England Patriots wide receiver, decided to call it a career after signing a 1-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles this offseason. So, like I said, he probably wasn't going to make it. He probably wasn't going to make the roster. He probably wasn't going to make it. So, he saved the Eagles some money and a roster spot. And again, I am out of here. Enjoy your Monday. More news to come on the Philadelphia Eagles and what they plan to do. And I got another video coming up on the Eagles rookies signing their contracts. Stay tuned for that. That probably going to be tomorrow's video. I'm out. Peace.